First of all, thank you very much indeed for having us here this evening on behalf of Spearhead, which is a social recruitment agency or business for unemployed young people in West London. My name is Tom Jackson. I'm the chairman and the founder of the charity, and Marianne is our business support manager. Alice is one of our coaches and trainers, so she's here to answer questions on that side of things, and also one of our students. Laura, it's great to have you here with us, Laura. And Alice and Laura from the World's End Centre, which you funded for us to help us get started with 2 years ago, and I'm pleased to say that's fully operational. It's motoring now. We've got some great stories coming out of it, and it's doubled our capacity as a charity in terms of the students we work with. So thank you very much indeed for that. But Spear and the centre of gravity behind Spearhead started in Hammersmith, and Hammersmith is a fascinating community because it's got this growing business sector there with multinational companies, European headquarters, places like Coca-Cola, Disney, Universal. Literally, if you know the area, cheap by jowl with social housing areas with huge youth unemployment, and indeed a lot of multi-generational unemployment stretching back 2 or 3 generations, so there's a culture of it. And Spear was set up to tackle that problem and trying to, if you like, break through the barrier that separates these 2 adjacent communities. And the way that Spear's done that is by devising a programme which has been very effective, has been recognised, to tackle not only the hard skills about how you effectively apply for a job and how you're likely to succeed in that application, but much more importantly, the softer skills or the attitudinal skills about a vision for their lives. And what is at the heart of Spear is an ignition of a different vision for people's lives, giving them a sense of what their life might look like if it was something else. And then, once they've grasped that, helping them take the practical steps to begin working it out. But we realised, pretty early on, that in order to really complete the circle and break through the barrier, our young people, no matter how great their attitude was when they came off Spear, and it is typically fantastic, they need more than a good attitude, they needed opportunities. And opportunities are haphazard at best. And so the challenge, the response to that challenge for us is this new project, Spearhead. And that is, if you like, Spear is about tackling the students, targeting students, and giving them a vision for their lives. And Spearhead is about targeting businesses and igniting a vision in them for the contribution they can make towards the challenge of youth unemployment and supporting them in that process. And so it immediately provokes a couple of questions. First of all, why would any sensible commercial business choose to take on somebody who's not got much in the way of qualifications, no work experience, not much of a CV? And secondly, how are we going to manage the risk so that it doesn't turn to be a failure, let alone a disaster? Well, the first question, why would a business choose to do this? I'm sure that a number of businesses, many businesses won't choose to take that risk. But our research and our experience suggests that a number, and hopefully very many, over time will do. Why do I say that? Because firstly, straight up, it's a charitable proposition. What we're saying to businesses, this is a great thing to do, it's an exciting thing to do. It can create energy in your business. People feel good about it, and one of the things that we have really noted is the amount of excitement people feel about the work that Spear is doing and the way they want to get involved and create opportunities, and job employment is the ultimate end of that enthusiasm. But secondly, commercially, our research shows that businesses actually need people who are not necessarily that skilled, but they are loyal, they demonstrate loyalty, which people who get their first job will do, they're teachable, which people who come off Spear are, and that they're reliable, which is what we work on as well. So that's a Spear student all over. Thirdly, businesses need people with talent, and we're only looking at placing the top 25% of our students, and I wish I had more time to tell you the stories about this, but it is amazing, some of the talented people who you would never guess from their background. We've seen some remarkably able people come through, and we think they can be a real benefit to businesses, and how else would they find them or uncover it? Fourthly, finally, businesses need Spearhead because they have a diversity agenda, and they need to be incorporating people more widely now from the community, and we can help them with that. So, what about the risk of disappointment and failure? How do we manage that? That's where Spear comes into its own. We uniquely work with the young people over a period of 6 weeks, so we get to know them well. And we get to understand their skills, recognise them like people, so we can place them in the right direction. And also we work very much on their attitude, so they're ripe for a job when it gets to that stage. Secondly, we will continue working with them beyond the point of placement, working with both the employer and the employee to ensure the integration and the successful performance from that point forward. Businesses, from our research, love our financial model, which I can talk about later. But the great news is that we're ready to start in September, and we can announce today that we've just found a fantastic person who's agreed to drive this project forward. Her name is Emily Perkins. There's some details on her in the pack we've given you. She's got an executive search background, and we think she's the right person to sell this proposition to businesses. But she's going to cost us £36,000 a year, which we need to raise, and not take it from existing Sphere sources, which needs to continue sustaining. So I'm thrilled to be here tonight. That's what we want to ask you to make as large a contribution as you could towards it. We'd love it if you're excited by this and felt able to partner with us. And thank you very much indeed for giving us the opportunity to be with you this evening. Thank you.